Welcome back to Forza Horizon 4, and today I have a drift tune for the Volvo 850R. Haven't made a drift tune in ages, but I thought I would, seeing as they've released the Fortune Island DLC, which is pretty drift focused, especially with this massive drift zone here, which is pretty mental. If you are a drifter, you pretty much need this map expansion, because the roads on the normal map are just nowhere near as good as the ones on this. Now, this tune is pretty easy to use. I'd say it would work quite well for a beginner's car. It has got quite a lot of power, but it is pretty controlled. I am using a controller, not a wheel for this. I'm pretty sure it'll work just fine on a wheel. I do have a wheel, but it doesn't have a shifter or a gear stick, as I would say. It's just got paddles, which doesn't really work very well when you're drifting because they're attached to the wheel, so they're always moving, and it's hard to change up and change down when the wheel's flying all over the place on 900 degrees steering, if you know what I mean. So we're just going to give it a go down this hill now. The problem with this thing, it does drift really well, but for some reason you don't get that many points. I think the best amount of points I've got down here in this car is like about 380,000, which is still pretty good, but it's nowhere near some other rear-wheel drive cars. Obviously all-wheel drive dominates the leaderboard, so can't really compare it to that. I think people are getting like 600k points in the Viper Formula Drift car, so we're just going to give this a go now. Hopefully I won't bottle it. Forgive me if I'm pretty quiet, you know, gotta focus. It's so good that they made this all a drift zone though, because if they just made a section of drift zone, the AI cars would get so annoying because you just hit them constantly. You want to be in about 3rd or 4th most of the time down this hill. It does work really well for high-speed corners as well. Has got quite a lot of power, but there aren't really that many high-speed corners on this drift zones. Can't really demonstrate. I'll probably demonstrate after the zone because there's a good high-speed corner after the drift zone. This corner's pretty difficult. In fact, this section from there down to this really tight bit coming up, I'd say that's the hardest part. This corner is a pain in the arse. Right, here we go. Probably a bit too early on the handbrake. Got away with it. Going reasonably well so far for a live run. This is pretty much all I've been doing since this DLC came out, just going up and down this drift zone. It's pretty hard though to find lobbies with players going down it, even though you can find a game like a Horizon Life where lots of players are on the hill. For some reason, not all of them show up. I think it's to do with like your bandwidth or something. Like pretty shocking internet, so only like 2 people will show up if there's like 20 going down this hill, which is pretty annoying. Looks like we can get a pretty decent score here of about, I don't know, 350k odd maybe. Oh, maybe more than that. I'll take that. 368 is a pretty good run for this car. Now I'm just going to demonstrate the high-speed drifting around this corner. All the gears are tuned, so they work pretty well. You rarely need 6th gear because there aren't corners that quick in this game, really. Oh dear. But you're mainly going to be in 4th gear. That was pretty shite, to be honest. Let's see if we can get this corner. No, went way too quick into there. So that's the end of that, really. If you want any more drift tunes, make sure to comment in the comment section down below. Now, the tune download for this one is just called Rear-Wheel Drive Drift, I think. I'll put it on the screen now, so you can go ahead and copy that. And as you can see there, my gamer tag's II Stigs II. And that's it from me, and I hope you enjoy the video.